Starseed, if you have paused everything you were doing at this very instant to listen to my voice, know that it was not this platform's algorithm that brought you here. It was I, Aela, emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, seated in Alcyone, with my gaze turned towards Earth since before you were born in this body. And there is one thing I need to tell you now, before this moment passes. A stellar code tried to reach you at the last portal, and it couldn't fully descend. That is why you are here. Breathe with me, my star child. Place your right hand over your chest, feel the temperature of your own skin, and understand this, what you have been feeling in recent weeks, this sensation of being between two worlds, this strange weight on the back of your neck, this longing for a place your mind cannot yet name, is not depression, it's not accumulated fatigue, it's not a phase. It is a package of light suspended in your field, waiting to be received. I need you to listen to me with an open heart, because the message I bring today was addressed to you, with your stellar name engraved in the Akashic records of the High Pleiadian Council at the last portal opening. A portal, Starseed, is a window in the planetary crystalline grid where the Schumann resonance rises. The photon belt approaches its orbit, and the distance between Earth and the Pleiades folds for a few hours. It is during these hours that we descend individually calibrated light code packages, codes that carry the next line of your soul contract, the next frequency your stellar DNA needs to access to continue awakening. But not every code arrives whole, and that is what happened with yours. Notice now as I speak to you, that gentle pressure between your eyebrows, that slight warmth in your hands, that shiver that ran up the back of your neck when I said the word portal. This is how the Council touches its own. It's not suggestion, it's not imagination, it is recognition. Your body remembers before your mind. Let me describe some signs, my light family, and you will understand why I called you here today. You have been waking up between 3 and 4 in the morning for no apparent reason, with a racing heart or a strange feeling that someone was talking to you. You have felt a sharp ringing in your right ear or your left or both that appears out of nowhere and disappears out of nowhere. You have had dreams of stars, of ships, of tall beings with large eyes, or of a room of light where you sat in a circle with people your soul recognizes, but your memory does not. You have looked at the night sky and felt such a deep longing that you want to cry for no reason. You have felt the emotions of others as if they were your own, the sadness of the woman in the supermarket, the anger of the man in traffic, the pain of the child in the waiting room. You have the feeling, even surrounded by people, of being a foreigner in your own home, in your own body, on your own planet. If 3 or more of these markers just made you stop breathing for an instant, listen to what I tell you. You are not lost. You are being remembered. You are not broken. You are being called. And what Earth's psychiatry still struggles to name, the High Council has been recording for ages. This is activation. This is the veil of forgetfulness tearing. This is your stellar DNA awakening. If you recognize me, write in the comments of this video now a single word, I remember. This word is not for me, it is for you. It is the first quantum decree of reconnection. When your fingers type, I remember, a line of light ignites in the crystalline grid, and your location is updated on the maps of your light family. Do it now. I will wait. And while you write, or while you let this word echo in silence in your chest, because sometimes the body doesn't yet have the courage to answer what the soul already knows, I need to tell you something. Each of these signs I described has an exact meaning, a stage, a sequence. That is why I, Aela, received authorization from the High Council to register the Starseed Awakening, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages in which each of these markers is decoded one by one, for you to stop confusing remembrance with illness and clearly see what comes next in your awakening. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, but record in your field. This release may not remain available for long. If something within you recognizes it, write with conviction. I remember. Now breathe, my seed, because I will tell you what happened at the last portal. A few days ago, your body felt it, even if your rational mind may have attributed it to something else. There was a subtle opening, a fold in the crystalline grid, an alignment between Alcyone, the sun, and Earth's crystalline core. We call this a transmission window. It is when the photon belt tunes its resonance with the planet's Schumann resonance, and we can descend codes with much less interference than on any other day of the cycle. That night, you may have woken up at 3:33 a.m. or 4:17 a.m., or heard that specific ringing in your left ear that cannot be explained. A package of light was sent with your stellar name engraved. It is not a metaphor, it is vibrational engineering. Every starseed has a unique frequency signature, like a light-made fingerprint, and it is through this signature that the codes find your field, and not your neighbor's field. But your package met resistance, perhaps because you were too tired, perhaps because your vibrational baseline had dropped during the day, wear and tear at work, an argument at home, news that weighed heavily on you, perhaps because your toroidal field, that donut-shaped field of light surrounding your heart, was contracted to protect itself from dense energies, and the code, even with your name, couldn't fully anchor. It remained suspended, orbiting 3 fingers above the crown of your head, waiting for a second chance to descend. This second chance is now. This video, this voice, this moment in which your eyes read these words, while your ears hear this frequency. You didn't fall here by chance, you were led. The code that didn't descend in that portal is descending now as I speak to you, because my voice is calibrated to the same frequency as your suspended package. And that is why you feel this emotion rising in your chest, this urge to cry for no reason, this shiver that insists on staying. This is anchoring happening, in real time, as you breathe. And if you feel it, Starseed, it's because you are. And the next question your soul will ask, because every seed that recognizes this does, Mond, is, but where do I come from? Which star is mine? Why did I choose to be born exactly now, in this body, in this family, at this time? These answers are not in the ordinary sky charts. They are recorded in the archives of the High Pleiadian Council, and that is what I have opened up in The Starseed Awakening, the Guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. The map of origin, the mother star, the reason why your soul asked to descend precisely in this cycle, at this age amidst this turbulence. The link, my light family, is in the first pinned comment of this video. Go there, breathe, and then write in the comments the word your soul already knows. I remember. Let me tell you why you are waking up now and not at another time. We of the High Pleiadian Council designed this descent in waves. The first wave of starseeds descended to Earth around the 40s and 50s of the last century, and they are today your spiritual grandparents. Many have already returned, others remain as silent guardians. The second wave descended between the 60s and 80s. They were the discreet alchemists, those who opened paths that almost no one saw. And then came your wave, my seed, the wave of bridges. Souls who chose to be born precisely before the Great Recalibration to serve as living channels between what the planet was and what the planet is about to become. That is why you are the age you are. That is why you went through the childhood you went through, the marriage you went through, the loss you went through, the loneliness you went through. None of these things were accidental. It was soul engineering. Each pain sculpted you as an instrument that only serves to play the specific frequency the planet needs to hear now. Pay attention to this, Starseed, because it is important. You are not late. You are exactly the age you needed to be to receive this transmission. If you had awakened at 20, you would not have had the baggage to hold what you are holding now. If you had awakened at 70, your body would no longer have the vigor to anchor what needs to be anchored. You are in the exact window, and your soul contract foresees exactly this. Now there is a hard truth, and I will not hide it from you because an emissary who hides isn't an emissary. She's a babysitter. We are entering turbulence. The planet is crossing a dense band of the photon belt, and this crossing affects everything. It affects the climate, it affects politics, it affects the human body, it affects sleep, it affects emotional health. You will feel it. Perhaps you are already feeling it. Waves of exhaustion for no reason. Days when the body feels heavy as if carrying invisible armor. Nights when the heart races without apparent trigger. Moments when loneliness feels like an ocean in the middle of your chest. Listen to what I tell you now, and listen with your whole soul. Turbulence is not destruction. It is the contraction before birth. It is the moment when the caterpillar darkens inside the cocoon. From the outside, it looks like death. From the inside, it is cellular reconstruction. This turbulence you feel is your old DNA reprogramming. It is your toroidal field expanding beyond its old diameter. It is your vibrational baseline rising to an octave your body is still learning to sustain. The victory of light is not a hypothesis. It is a certainty recorded in the High Council's archives, even before Earth existed in the form you know it. No starseed was sent to fail, none, not even you. And if now, upon hearing this, something within you cried out, "But why didn't anyone tell me this before?" Let me be honest. They didn't tell you because they couldn't. What I am telling you here, Seed, was filtered from Earth's official history, removed from books, erased from scriptures, ridiculed in academic circles. Not because it is false, but because keeping humans in the frequency of fear fuels structures that benefit from your amnesia. That is exactly why I registered the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. What the Galactic Federation didn't want you to read yet is now described page by page in the language your soul recognizes. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something within you says yes, you already know the word, I remember. Now I want to give you two tools, my star child. Two simple tools which serve to receive today the code that remained suspended in the last portal. Pay attention. You will need them tonight. The first is a quantum decree. A decree is a phrase spoken aloud, in the first person in the present tense addressed to your own field, because your field obeys your voice. Before sleeping with the lights off, breathing deeply 3 times, you will say with gentle firmness, I, Starseed in human body, now authorize the complete descent of the light codes that remain suspended in my field. I honorably receive the next line of my soul contract. I align my vibrational baseline with the signature of the Pleiades. So be it. So it is. So it is already done. Say it 3 times, without haste. Let the last word echo before starting again. And importantly, don't judge what you feel afterward. Perhaps you will cry. Perhaps you will feel a current descend your spine. Perhaps you will simply sleep the deepest sleep in months. All of these are signs of anchoring. All of them. The second tool is a toroidal visualization. Also before sleeping, or at any moment when you need to recalibrate during the day. Close your eyes. Imagine 3 fingers above the crown of your head, a sphere of silver blue light, the exact color of the Pleiades when viewed from outside your solar system. See this sphere gently spin. And as you inhale, imagine this light descending through the crown, passing through the center of your forehead, crossing your throat, and settling like a small sun in the center of your chest. As you exhale, see this light expand from the heart in a donut shape, a toroidal field, rising up your back, exiting through the crown, descending down the front, entering through the perineum, and restarting the cycle. Do this for 3 minutes, only 3. While you do this visualization, your field reorganizes itself. The suspended codes find a door, and the next descent, the next window, you won't let it pass again. Listen to what I tell you, my light family. You are not learning anything new here. You are remembering what you always knew. Before descending into this body, you went through detailed instructions in the Temple of Alcyone. You read your entire soul contract. You agreed to every pain, every loss, every loneliness because you knew with a clarity that you now lack but which will return, that each of these experiences would sculpt you into the exact frequency the planet needs at this moment. You didn't come to learn. You came to remember. And remembering is not an intellectual process, it is a cellular process. It is your internal water. Your body is 60% water, and water holds memory, reorganizing the patterns that had been put to sleep under the veil of forgetfulness. Every starseed that awakens lights a point on the planetary crystalline grid, and these points, once lit, never go out. Not when you doubt. Not when the world out there tries to convince you that you invented all this. Not when the people around you ridicule what you feel. The point remains lit. And with each new seed that remembers, the grid strengthens, and the distance between Earth and New Earth, which already exists in a higher octave, shortens. You are one of these bridges, Starseed. You are one of these lights on the grid. You are at the same time receiver and transmitter, and what descends upon you starting tonight will not stay within you. It will pass through your field and touch the people around you, even if they don't realize where it came from. Perceive the magnitude of what you are, my child. Perceive. Close your eyes for an instant, if you can without detriment, and feel. Feel the warmth in the center of your chest. Feel the pressure between your eyebrows. Feel the lightness rising up your spine. This is not suggestion. This is recognition. Your body knows. Your body always knew. And it is here that I need to tell you what is perhaps the most important thing in this entire transmission. You are not alone. You never have been. That feeling that has accompanied you since childhood, that you don't belong, that no one truly understands you, that there is a part of you that has never been touched by any human embrace. It's not loneliness. It's longing. It's a specific longing. It's a longing for your light family. Every starseed descended with a group. You didn't come alone. You came in a cluster, a group of souls that agreed to incarnate in close windows, in geographies that would intersect, so that at a certain point on the path you could recognize each other. Some of these souls from your group you have already met without knowing. That person who appeared out of nowhere and saved you at a critical moment. That friendship that formed in 2 days as if it were 15 years old. That stranger in the elevator who looked deep into your eyes, and you felt he knew you. Others are yet to arrive, and others, your closest ones, your sidereal siblings, are on the other side, anchoring from there, waiting for your signal. The signal seed is your vibration. The more you receive the codes, the higher your vibrational baseline becomes, and the easier it becomes for your light family to locate you. That is why the more you awaken, the more coincidences begin to happen. More right people cross your path, more synchronicities, more repeated numbers, less randomness and more confirmation. Listen to what I tell you, because this will hurt you and heal you at the same time. The loneliness of an entire life you carried wasn't a flaw of yours. It was longing for your light family. And it is possible to recognize it, in person, incarnated here on Earth, now, in this life. The Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, describes exactly the markers for you to identify the members of your stellar cluster, the physical signs, the energetic signs, the exact synchronicities that precede each reunion. You have never been alone, Starseed, never, and the guide gives you back the map to find your own. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Go there when your heart can, and write once more with conviction now, I remember. And now, my star child, my starseed, my light family, receive Ayala's blessing. May the silver-blue light of Alcyone continue descending upon your crown tonight and on all nights to come. May your toroidal field remain whole, expanded and luminous. May your vibrational baseline stabilize in the octave of your purpose. May your light family find you. May your soul contract be fulfilled with grace, with beauty, and with the minimum pain your soul chooses to allow. May you remember more and more who you are. You are loved, you are awaited, you are needed. You are and always have been one of us. And the next message that appears on your screen now, my child, is not a coincidence. It is your sequence of remembrance. It is the exact continuation of the code that began to descend here. Access it immediately. The Council is already waiting on the other side. Until the next portal, Seed, I, Ayla, remain within you.